Hey everybody, Jazuk here, and welcome back to a special episode of my journey. Today I'm going to be answering all of the questions that you guys left in the previous video. While I'm answering those questions, I'm going to have some footage running in the background of me mining, so you don't really need to pay attention to the screen while during this episode. You can just kind of kick back and listen to it. But we got a lot of questions to get through, so let's get into it. Alrighty, now before we get into any questions, I just want to apologize in advance if I mispronounce anyone's name. I'm very sorry, and feel free to correct me. Now, our first question has to do with my name. A whole bunch of you were asking about that, so no, Jazuk is not my real name. I created the name about 5 or 6 years ago when I was creating my first World of Warcraft character. For any of you familiar with the game, Jazuk was a undead rogue. But I really liked the name, and so ever since then, whenever I've done any sort of online gaming or any game where you need like a nickname or something, I've always gone with Jazuk. So when it came time to start my YouTube channel, the name Jazuk was just the very obvious choice to go with for me. But now, into some more specific questions from all of you. Our first question comes from Zarok, asking, what will your new town be called? And that's actually a really good question. I have not put any sort of thought into what I'm going to call the town. So if you guys have any ideas for what we could call it, please feel free to leave that down below. I probably won't worry about naming it until we've at least gotten a few things built. But I think having some suggestions from you guys would be really nice for that. So thank you to anyone who leaves a comment on that. Our next question is from Danian Vlogs, asking, where do you live? So, very broadly speaking, I live in the United States of America. A little less broadly, I live in Minnesota. We're not going to get any more specific than that, but yeah, Minnesota. Our next question is from Canis Gulch. What is your favorite fantasy book or movie and why? So for this, I'm going to have to go with The Hobbit, the book. The movies were not very great, but the book was amazing. It was a very good story. The entire world is just super interesting, and I just loved the book. I've read it quite a few times, and I'll probably read it many, many more times in my life, because it's just awesome. And then he also asks, what is your favorite sci-fi book or movie and why? As far as sci-fi, I'm going to have to go with Star Wars. The Jedi and the Sith and that whole universe is just awesome. I love Star Wars so much. To be fair, I do also love Star Trek, but I love Star Wars just a little bit more. So, to all of you Trekkies, don't worry, I feel you. Our next question is from Peter Bonhazi, asking, what are your hobbies? So obviously, gaming is a very big hobby of mine, but I also enjoy reading, composing music, hanging out with my friends, camping, spending time outside. I would say those are kind of my main hobbies. If I got free time, I'm going to be doing one of those things. All right. Now we got couple of questions from Mr. Hit Gaming, asking, do you play any instruments? I do. I am a tenor sax player, but I also play alto and bari from time to time, and I guess I'm currently in the process of learning how to play piano, so 2 instruments essentially. He also asks, do you play any sports? I'm a very, very big soccer player, or football for anyone who's not American. Let's see. Now we got a couple of questions from Grant Sebring. What is your dream job other than YouTube? For that, I would have to say professionally playing saxophone in a jazz band, playing songs that I wrote. I am currently double majoring in music performance on saxophone and music composition, so I am steadily working my way towards that dream. He also asks, will you ever stream Minecraft? I think streaming would be a lot of fun, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that anytime soon. I got a very busy schedule that tends to change a fair amount, so it'd be hard to set up a consistent streaming time. And then I also have a roommate, so I have to do my recording when he's gone, so the room's quiet and everything, and I'm not bothering him. And if I try to do streaming during that time, that would cut into my recording time. So streaming will happen eventually, but it's going to be a long ways off. Let's see, he also asks, do any other games interest you, or do you play other games? So I do play games other than Minecraft. I'm a big fan of most of the Blizzard games. More specifically, I really like playing Diablo 3 and Overwatch, but mainly Overwatch. When I need a break from stuff, it's always fun to just kind of sit down, play a few quick play matches of that, and just have a blast with it. And then his final question is, how long does it take to make an episode? So that depends on the episode and what I'm doing. I would say it usually takes, at the bare minimum, an hour to an hour and a half. My longest video took about, I wasn't keeping track, but somewhere in the range of 4 to 5 hours. You gotta do some planning before you make the video, and then you have to actually do the recording and all of that. And then after the recording, you have to edit the video and make the thumbnail, and then you gotta upload it. So yeah, I would say at the bare minimum, it takes an hour to an hour and a half to do the recording and editing and stuff. That's not including upload time. So I would say on average, it's closer to like 2.5 hours is probably what I usually put into them. Let's see. Our next questions are from Gabriel Gonzalez, asking, will you ever play other games on the channel? I think I will play other games on the channel eventually. For right now, I'm going to stick to just Minecraft while I'm growing and expanding the channel. But definitely later on down the line, I will play other games. Obviously, family-friendly games, which limits our choices a little bit, but I will be adding other content eventually. His next question is there at some point in the future that you will start daily videos? I would like to someday be able to do daily videos. However, that's probably not going to happen until I'm done with college. It's just way, way too busy to do daily videos. If I were to do daily videos, they'd probably all be 2 to 3 minutes long, and we wouldn't accomplish anything. So it's gonna be a while, but I think eventually, very, very eventually, there will be daily videos. Next question is, what is your favorite kind of wood? I would have to go with spruce wood. Of all the woods, I like the shade, I like the color of spruce the best. And then his final question is, why are you awesome? Gabriel, a magician never reveals their secrets, so you'll have to just wait on that one. Our next question is from Cosmo Van Steenis. What sports do you like playing? So as I mentioned earlier, I love playing soccer, very big soccer player, but I do enjoy playing just about any sort of sport. I'm a very competitive person, and I like winning, and sports is just a good place to do that. So like here at college, there's lots of intramural sports. So we did soccer this semester. Next semester, I'll be doing softball with some friends. Over the winter, we might do broom ball. I really love playing sports. I think it's a lot of fun. Our next question comes from Bill Dude. Will you ever do modded Minecraft? The short answer, I will eventually try modded Minecraft. As of this point, I've never played any sort of modded Minecraft, And if I were to start doing that, I'd have to ease myself into it. I think I would start off with a mod pack that has only a handful of mods, relatively simple mods, and then I would kind of work my way into some of the really crazy stuff. Because I know modded Minecraft can get just absolutely silly sometimes. So let's see, we got a good chunk of questions from Thapa Siraj YouTube. His first question is, what grade are you in? I am a freshman in college. Do you have a girlfriend? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. You'll just have to wait and see. His next question is, why do you want to be a YouTuber? So the first reason I want to be a YouTuber is because I like making things, sitting down and putting a bunch of time into something and, putting all those little finishing details on it, and then having a complete thing that you can just sit there and be like, yeah, I put a bunch of time into that. I made that thing. Yay me. The other reason I want to do YouTube is because I enjoy making people happy. I know personally, when I sit down to watch a YouTube video, it pretty much always puts me in a good mood. If I'm in a bad mood, I want to watch YouTube videos to make me better. If I'm in a good mood, I want to watch YouTube videos because it'll keep me going in that good mood. And so, I want to make videos so that, I can give people that same sense that I get from watching YouTube videos. And his final question is, do you have a Facebook or an Instagram? So outside of YouTube, I actually have 0 social media. I don't have a Facebook, I don't have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Snapchat, nothing. I do not exist on the internet outside of my YouTube channel. So if any of you were planning on stalking me, good luck. Let's see. We got a question here from Rockhound28. What is your favorite of the 7 wonders? A little bit different question here. I like it. I would have to go with the pyramids. Just the fact that using no sort of machinery or anything, just raw human power, they were able to get those just giant stones into place, into that shape. Just the whole construction and creation of that thing is just really insane. So that's why I would pick that as my favorite. And to finish off, we got a handful of questions from Zachary That Guy. So his first question is, what inspired you to play Minecraft? So with Minecraft, I've actually only been playing Minecraft for about a year and a half at this point. I've been aware of Minecraft. I've known what Minecraft is for as long as it's been around, but I never got into it and never started playing it. Primarily because throughout middle school and high school, I was somewhat self-conscious, and I didn't want people like, oh, he's some weird kid who plays Minecraft. But now I'm in college and I've kind of grown out of that, so I don't care what any of them think. So now I can actually sit down and play Minecraft and enjoy it. But I guess what inspired me to play it was just the simplicity of it and the creation aspect of it. As I mentioned earlier, I really like making things, and so here's a fun game where I can just let my imagination run wild and I can create super crazy things, So that's why, I guess, what inspired me, why I enjoy playing Minecraft. His next question is, why don't you use a texture pack? I just haven't really gone around to thinking about that or making one or finding one to use. Because, for the most part, most of the vanilla textures don't bother me a whole lot. Obviously, granite and diorite are really bad, but other than that, most of the textures are pretty decent, I think. I think I will eventually make my own texture pack, probably when I start my next single player survival series, but that's probably going to be a little ways off. Plus, I also want to wait until Mojang is done with all of their redoing of the textures. I want to wait and see what they do with all that before I worry about changing things, because it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to make a texture pack now and then Mojang changes a bunch of things and then I have to change it again. So I think it just makes more sense to wait. Let's see. Next question is, who are your favorite YouTubers? So on the Minecraft side of things, my favorite YouTubers would be Wells Knight, Mumbo Jumbo, and Grian. Those are the three that I watch the most consistently. And then for non-Minecraft stuff, I follow Beatbox Sax. He can do some really crazy things. He has some really cool solo arrangements of stuff that it's really cool. You should definitely check it out. And then I also follow the Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I don't have HBO, so I can't actually watch it on TV, but I can always enjoy whatever they upload to YouTube. I think John Oliver is brilliant, so I always enjoy watching that. Let's see. Next question is, do you mind if I call you Jazz or Jazzy? I'm a saxophone player, and I really love playing in jazz band, so I am totally cool with you referring to me as Jazz or Jazzy. Let's see. Next question is, why did you count in Spanish? For any of you who missed it or don't remember, in the previous episode when I was building the bridge, I was counting blocks between the pillars on the bridge, and I counted in Spanish instead of English. There's no real reason to it. I took Spanish in high school. I've forgotten most of it by now, but I remember how to count, and there's a handful of phrases that I remember how to say. And so sometimes when I'm speaking, if I'm going to say something that I remember how to say in Spanish, I'll just say it in Spanish instead of English. Like I said, there's no real reason for it. I just periodically do that sometimes. But I'm actually taking Norwegian here at college, so in the future, you guys can look forward to me randomly saying things in Norwegian. So have fun with that. Let's see. The next question is, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I have no idea, but I'm guessing you don't care about the answer. You just wanted to hear me say that. So just for you, I'm going to say it one more time. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Ha! Let's see. The next question is, what is 9 plus 10? The answer is 337. I'm in college, so you can trust me. And the final question is, what does your Minecraft skin look like? So with the Minecraft skin, I essentially kind of try to make it look a little more like me. I took the Steve skin and I just retextured it a little bit. So I made the skin a little bit lighter. The hair was actually fairly close, so I left that. Changed the eye color, and then I changed his pants and shirt. I went with the green shirt because my favorite color is green, and then I just went with the black pants to make it different. So not a whole lot like super special there. It's roughly supposed to be me, I guess. But, ladies and gentlemen, that was the last of the questions. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's Q&A. I thought it was really fun to just kind of read through all of your questions, see what sort of things you guys are interested in, what you want to know about me. I hope you guys enjoy all of this fun stuff that I shared with you. And maybe sometime in the future we could do another one of these sort of things. Probably not for a while, but I think doing something like this again would be a lot of fun. But I am out of time for today, so if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!